Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Appalachian Tarot. I'm so grateful that you decided to join me on this first week of doing YouTube uploads. I'm really pleased to be here, and I hope that you find this reading beneficial and enlightening. Oh, excuse me. All right. So I want to go ahead and start this collective reading by telling you that it is in fact a collective reading for the sign of Scorpio. So you take what resonates with you and leave the rest. It's just for somebody else who's watching, okay? You know, not everything in this reading is going to be for you, and that's okay. You will know what's for you and what's not. But the universe has brought you here, and of course you are more than welcome to be here. I'm very glad you are. We're going to start with a Seasons of the Witch Oracle card. We are in March, so the closest one I can come to that is seasonally appropriate is the Beltane Oracle, so that's the one we're going to use. And we're going to shuffle until the universe tells me not to shuffle anymore. Oh, and there we go. Okay. Funny how that happens. Every time I say that, the universe is like, all right, we're done. You got the Boundaries card. Okay, boundaries. Boundaries are sewn into the parts of who you are, for they are not to be crossed. All right. So there's somebody out there, you know, Scorpio, it's time to set some boundaries and to say no. Your keyword is self-respect, okay? Self-love can be expressed in many different ways. Sometimes it needs to manifest in a spa day with girlfriends, getting up to exercise, or sleeping in later than usual, while at other times it manifests in a need to set and enforce boundaries so that no one person completely drains you of your energy. No one is allowed or even needs to take all of you. No one has the right to demand all of your time, energy, or resources, or any parts of who you are. It isn't selfish to want to keep some things for yourself, as doing so is a show of self-respect and an understanding that you cannot give what you don't have. Imagine trying to give more of your time when you don't have enough in the day to do what's already on your plate. Imagine spending more money when you're already in debt, or giving more of your energy to make someone else happy when you're depressed and have been for a very long time. You have pulled boundaries because you are giving too much of yourself away without recharging your batteries. You are encouraged to say no more often, or at the very least, to say not right now. Know that this is for the good of everyone in your personal orbit, that you will have so much more to give once you are in a proper place of balance. Additionally, make sure you follow through with any boundaries that you have set, as other people will push your limits to see how much you are willing to bend to their desires. Stay committed to yourself and stand your ground. Okay? So this is all about saying no, setting your own boundaries, being intentional about what you do accept into your life, and really, frankly, putting yourself first for a change. It sounds to me, Scorpio, like you have been letting other people run roughshod over you, and the universe is telling you to cut that out. It's time for you to say, actually, my needs matter, and I deserve to have my needs met. So I want you to really think about that and to, well, I'm shuffling the wrong deck here. I want you to meditate on that and what that might mean for you while I shuffle the tarot. We're going to go ahead and do a traditional Celtic cross reading to clarify exactly what the universe wants you to set boundaries about. You may already have an inkling in your intuition, and if so, I suggest you go ahead and pursue that by meditating on it while I shuffle, because this is a collective reading, so I may not necessarily know what your situation is, but you will know what your situation is and what the universe is trying to tell you. So I want you to just sort of think on that, you know. I like to view tarot not as a means of predicting the future. That's sort of a misunderstanding of what tarot is, I think. Tarot is a way of helping you to access, not excess, you know, access, access your intuition, which is the divine's way of communicating with you. So use this as a chance to meditate on what it is that you need to set boundaries for, what it is you need to do to take care of Scorpio. You know, you matter, Scorpio. You matter. And your needs matter. Somebody's been running roughshod over you. I don't like it. Getting that feeling. Somebody has been taking advantage of Scorpio. And it is time for Scorpio to say, no ma'am, no sir. All right, here we go. Oh, well, maybe. Yeah. These cards are all bent. I shuffle weird. All right. Oh, okay. I thought there was one, but there's two. Oh, and they're both reversed. Okay, you got the Six of Wands reversed, which is fire energy, Leo energy, and you have the Empress reversed, which is earth energy. This is you in the current. This is where you are right now. Okay, I do see that you feel as though people aren't recognizing you in your contributions. You feel undervalued, unappreciated. You are giving way more of yourself than you should be with this Empress card in reversed. You are a very nurturing individual, and you are giving away far more of your time and your thoughts and your heart than you should be, because you're not getting it back. There is definitely a sense that you are being taken advantage of here, and that you are being used and abused and then tossed aside, that your needs are not being met. You are someone with a lot of love to give, Scorpio. There is a lot of love here, but you're not getting that love back, and you're seeing that, you know, everything that you're doing for this person or these people or this situation, whatever it is, and we'll clarify that with more cards. But I'm getting this deep feeling that it's just not working for you, that they are taking and taking and taking without giving anything back, and that it is just depleting you. I really see that you are just sort of tired of being underappreciated, because you do a lot for whatever this is or whoever this is. And it's time for you. The universe with the boundaries card is telling you that honey, you got to stop this. You know, you do have some control over this situation. And you are letting yourself be taken advantage of. And that it's time for that to stop. I don't know exactly who this is or what this is. The Empress reverse does indicate to me that this is something to do with family, possibly a spouse. I do see this being more personal than work, but we'll continue the reading and see if that's how it plays out. Let's see what's blocking you right now. Okay, the Hermit. Yeah, you are giving away far too much of yourself. You are not taking care of Scorpio, and that's a shame. You need some alone time. And I don't know what that looks like for you. I don't know if that's literally sort of spending some time in your house just on a staycation away from whoever this is, or if this is like separating from someone. But what I'm seeing is that you are very... There's also... You're very burnt out, but there's also a loneliness here. And it's interesting because what I'm seeing is that you're not lonely because you're alone. You're lonely in the presence of other people who don't appreciate you. You're feeling very down on yourself right now. You're feeling as though you're the only person who sees just how much pain you're in. And I'm so sorry, Scorpio, that you're going through this, that whoever this is isn't appreciating you. But I do see that you are somebody who just gives and gives and gives, but you're not getting any of that love back. And so because you're not feeling any of that love returned to you and reciprocated, that it's just brought you to this place of sadness and a feeling of isolation even when you're around other folks. Whew, that's a lot to unpack there, Scorpio. I am very, very, very sorry, but let's see what's in your immediate past that brought you to this point. You got the Magician card. Okay. You've only recently awakened to the fact that your needs are not being met, but you are starting to step into your own power. You are beginning to pull the various aspects of your identity together in order to assert what it is that you need and want out of this relationship, out of this situation, and out of this life. The Magician is somebody who's united all four elements. If you look here, you know, you got the Pentacles, you got the Cups, got the wand. There is a sword here somewhere. I just can't... Oh, it's right there. Look, you know, wand and sword right there next to each other on the table with the infinity symbol over his head. This is incredible energy right here, as far as I'm concerned. And it tells me that you are realizing that you are worth more than what this situation or these individuals are telling you. This is something that's happened. You've recently had an epiphany that this can't continue. You're not happy, and you're determined to make yourself happy, and you're going to make yourself happy by setting boundaries and really starting to assert your own self-worth here. Let's see what's in your immediate future if nothing changes. Okay, the Queen of Wands. Um, yeah, this is fire energy, water energy, Pisces, Aries. It's really more of a fire suit. Reversed, I see inaction, I see stagnation, I see you not really doing what needs to be done, you continuing to look into yourself, to be plagued with these feelings of despair and loneliness, and as though you're not appreciated. I think you are somebody who respects yourself, but you aren't feeling that sort of respect from other people. And if you don't change things, it's not going to change. Like, these other people are not going to change, is what I'm seeing. Like, this situation is not going to change. Okay? It is what it is. So you have to be the change that you want to see. Okay? They are not going to have this sudden epiphany that you had over here with the magician. That's just not going to happen. Whoever this is, and I'm getting real strong feelings that this is some sort of relationship. This is... It could be work, but I don't think it is. I think this is some sort of... I think it's a romantic relationship where somebody is just taking more from you than what you are willing to give, or they are not putting in the effort of in the relationship. It's not the case for all of you. You will know what it is. Remember, I asked you to meditate on this. So you know what resonates and what doesn't. But I want you to meditate as we continue on this reading. You know, what is it that the universe is trying to tell you here? Because what I see is that some situation or somebody isn't appreciating you and isn't giving the same amount of love and compassion and attention and nurturing to you that you are giving to them. And because of that, it is draining you emotionally, and they're not going to be magically transformed into somebody who does give you what you need and what you want and what you deserve. They're not. So you have to be the change in this situation, because this other person or these other people or this other scenario, situation, whatever it is not going to change. Okay, let's see what you're conscious of here. Queen of Cups, you know. Yeah. You know that you are a very nurturing person. You know that you are somebody with a lot of love to give. You know that you are somebody who is trying to help this person. That you are trying, and I keep saying that because I think this is a person. I think this is a romantic relationship here. And I think this is you saying, you know what, I've tried, and I love you. I may be in love with you, but I can't do this anymore. Like, you just cannot see what I am worth, and you are not willing to give even a little bit of what I need while I am bending over backwards for you. In Scorpio, I see you as that kind of person. You are somebody who is really, really giving, and you are somebody who has so much love to give with this Queen of Cups here, and you're just not getting it back. And because of that, your emotional well-being is depleted. Like, you are emotionally depleted. Like, we can give and give and give love when we have it, but in order for us to remain balanced, we have to receive that love back. And when you're not receiving that love back, it's just going to drain you. And that's what I'm seeing here with this Hermit. That's what I'm seeing with the Empress reversed and with the Six of Cups or the Six of Wands reversed. So I think that you understand that no matter how much you love this person or this situation, that ultimately you have to put yourself first. There's a line from the Sex and the City movie where Samantha says to Smith Jared, I'm going to say the thing that you're never supposed to say. I love you, but I love me more. And I need you to say that to yourself, Scorpio. And you may need to say this to somebody else. I love you, but I love me more. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay that you love yourself enough to walk away from what is a toxic situation. Let's see what your unconscious, your subconscious is. What's really driving this situation that maybe you're not aware of? Okay, yeah, you have the Nine of Swords reversed. You're aware of the pain, but you're not aware that you're sort of holding on to, I think, false hope. I think you're afraid to face the truth of this situation. That you're beginning to understand it, but that you're afraid to face what walking away is going to mean, and exactly what that's going to entail, and what it means for you. This is air, so this is the plane of intellect and logic. Scorpio, I think that you're somebody who's very invested in this situation, and the candle just sizzled, and when the candle sizzles, that tells me I'm on the right track. I always take that as a sign from the universe that what I'm saying is what they're trying to channel through me. Yeah, you have a lot vested in this situation, and you're very concerned about what it means for you as a person if you walk away from it. I think that you've wrapped a lot of your identity in this situation. And so walking away is kind of hard, even though you understand that that's what you need to do. This could be that you just love this person so very much that you can't imagine your life without them. This could mean, that you have this situation or this organization that you're with has become such an intrinsic part of your identity that you're afraid of who you are without it. But you can't let that stop you here. You can't let that stop you. Now is a time, I really think, for you to start asserting what it is Scorpio needs. And to understand that you are whole and complete and enough with or without whatever this is. It is okay for you to put yourself first, Scorpio. Let's see what your input and control over this situation is. Okay. Yeah, the High Priestess reversed. You are not in touch with your intuition, or you're not listening to your intuition. I think you're in touch with it because you got the Magician card here and the Queen of Cups here. But I don't think you're listening to it. And I think that goes back to this Nine of Swords reversed here. I think you're kind of scared about what it means if you start to be assertive and you start to articulate your needs and to put your needs first. And if your needs aren't being met, walking away. I think you know what needs to happen. I just think you're scared to do it. You can't be, though. I think you do feel like if you do set these boundaries, if you do say no, if you do tell this person or this situation, my needs are not being met, you're not being fair to me. And you're not, I'm giving and giving and giving, and you're not giving me anything in return, and that's not okay. Whatever, Scorpio, it is, you have this feeling that you're going to be seen as selfish, or that you're going to be seen as uncommitted or fickle. And you may be seen as that. But that's a them problem. That's not a you problem. You just need to focus on yourself, because whatever the situation is, there's too much unhappiness here for you to continue going down the same path. You have to make a change. The universe is telling you have to make a change. You know that you have to make a change. You are recognizing that. The Magician card is one where everything is coming together so that you can become and assert the power that is innate within yourself. You understand this is happening. This has happened. You've come to this realization. Now you're just being held back by fear. And I need you to let that fear go. Turn it over to the universe and trust that it's okay for you to set these boundaries and say no. Right, what's the outside influence on this situation? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, the universe really wants you to step away, and they're promising to protect you if you do. They're saying that this is the right move. This is the card of legacy. You know, this is very much a really great card, Scorpio. It's earth energy. It's the material plane. Your needs are going to be met. Whatever this is you're leaving behind. If you have concern about money, you don't need to be worried about that. If you have concerns about health, physical or mental, you don't need to worry about that. You're going to be happier. The universe is on your side here. That's what I'm really getting with this. And that there are other people on your side as well. There are people within your family, within your friends, possibly within your organization who are willing to help you to leave whatever situation this is and to help you really succeed on your own as you set these boundaries. There are people who understand that boundaries are not always, you know, mean or cruel or selfish. You know, they're just you asserting what it is that you need in order to serve other people and to be okay with yourself. But the world and the universe is on your side. Even if whoever this person is here that you're dealing with, or these people here that you're dealing with, are not on your side, the rest of the world is on your side and the universe is on your side. That's a very good card to have. Okay. Your hopes and fears are the Emperor. You're scared of how powerful you are. You're scared of the fact that you can go it alone. You know that you are yeah, you know that you're the catch here. Like, that's it. I'm really getting the feeling that this is some sort of like romantic relationship, and that you're beginning to realize that, you know, even though you thought that they were the ones who could do better, you're the one who can do better. I'm also seeing, though, that you could possibly be afraid of this person in a way. That this person exerts some sort of authority over you. That this person is in a position of power over you. It could be that you are working with a very toxic boss, and it's at work that you need to set boundaries with. I still think this is relationships, though. And so you could be dealing with somebody who is the more dominant partner in your relationship. And that, you know, I don't get that they're abusive. This isn't an abusive energy, but it is that they are the ones who have, for more, you know, most of the relationship have held the power. Power that you've sort of granted them, but you're stepping into your magician energy now, right? And you have been. And so you're kind of finally becoming equals with this person in terms of your own self-esteem. And when you do that, you're able to assert boundaries. You know, part of the reason that we let people walk all over our boundaries is because of insecurity. And I think that this is both your fear of being insecure because this other person has been so much the dominant partner, but also because, you know, it's a hope. It's a hope that you're starting to embody the Emperor yourself. And the Emperor is fire energy, it's action, it's doing things. And I see that that's where you're coming in here, Scorpio. You're starting to do things that you need to do in order to make yourself happy. All right, let's see what the most likely outcome is. All right, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this is hard work. This is the beginning stages of harvest. You know, he's only harvested one pentacle there. So this is the beginning, but the beginning of something really beautiful. The card says long-term view, and I really think that's true. You know, and that sort of steps back into the boundaries thing. You know, you need to think long and hard. You need to think further down the line, rather. You know, where are you? If you don't leave the situation behind, where are you going to be? You know, because this is what happens. I mean, just look at the difference here. If you don't leave the situation behind, you got the Queen of Wands reversed, okay? That's just a lot of misery and jealousy and insecurity and nothing is changing. A lack of self-respect, a lack of self-confidence is what I see there. But if things do change and you do actually assert your boundaries as the universe is telling you to, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a slog. You're going to have a lot of hard work ahead of you. Rome isn't built in a day. And rebuilding your own confidence isn't going to happen overnight, Scorpio, but this is going to put you on the path to future success in order for you to become the best version of you that you can be. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. That's what we can't see coming. Okay, the star reversed. Yeah, I think you've been plagued by a lot of self-doubt. And that you feel, you've been coming from a place of insecurity where you have been disconnected from your own intuition, which sort of echoes the High Priestess card down here as well, in your control and your influence over the situation. I think that the universe is telling you that you need to start to love yourself in a way that you haven't loved yourself before. That you need to realize you are worthy, that your insecurities are just, demons that are trying to convince you that you aren't this child of God that we all are. We're all made of stardust, as they say, and it's true. And so I need you to remember that. Scorpio, I'm concerned that you don't see how great you are. And the universe is concerned that you don't see how worthy you are. And I really feel like what you need to work on is some self-worth, and self-worth starts by saying no and asserting some boundaries and saying, you know what, you will not treat me like this. I deserve better than to be treated the way that you are treating me. However that is, you know what that means more than I do. But meditate on that and find the courage within yourself. You understand what needs to happen, and you are the magician here. You can make your dreams come true, but you can only do it if you cut out the dead weight. Somebody is weighing you down. Somebody is weighing you down here. You need to let that go. Or something is weighing you down. All right, I like to close my readings off with an Oracle of Delphi Oracle card. I do this for two reasons. One is they're just real pretty to look at. And the other one is they are optimistic, usually. Not always, but most of the time they're optimistic. And so it's always nice to end on a high note, and I like to read these intuitively. So we'll go ahead and see what we've got here. Empath. Feel. Relate. Understand. Console. That's you, Scorpio. You're an empath. You're somebody who feels very deeply, who loves very deeply, who can really put themselves in another person's shoes. And because of that, I think that you maybe sometimes make excuses for people where what you're really offering is explanations. There's a difference between explaining someone's behavior and excusing someone's behavior. And just because you can explain it doesn't mean that you have to excuse it. Okay, you might be able to understand innately why somebody is doing to you what they are doing, but that doesn't mean that it's okay that they're doing it to you. And I think that empaths often confuse the two. It's like, well, I know that they don't mean to hurt me, that they are coming from a place of pain and that hurt people. Yes, that is very true. But it is not okay for someone to hurt you just because they themselves are hurt. And with the boundaries card, I think the universe is trying to tell you, pulling these two cards as bookends to this reading, that you don't need to change the fact that you are empathetic and the fact that you are so compassionate. What you need to change is how that empathy and compassion manifests itself. Empathy and compassion does not necessarily mean that you have to let somebody walk all over you or treat you like crap. Okay, Scorpio? I need you to understand that, and I hope that you will. I hope that whatever this situation is, or whoever this is, you're able to walk away from them. Because I really don't think that they're going to change. I really don't see that they are in a position of wanting, to change the situation. They may not be capable of changing. Some people are broken and we can't fix them. Only they can fix themselves. And unless they're willing to fix themselves, they're going to continue hurting us. So, Scorpio, good luck to you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please like and subscribe. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.